From Joan Rivers walking out of CNN mid-interview after being grilled over her jokes.
Stop it with, and you do this, and you're mean, and you're that. You are not the one to interview a person who does humor. Sorry.
To Tim Allen comparing Trump's inauguration to World War II.
You don't believe what everybody believes. This is like 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group.
Here are 4 comedians that completely shut down woke talk show hosts. Let's kick things off with Joan Rivers, who had zero tolerance for woke finger-wagging.
And, you've got best-selling books, you sell out on stage, even with your fashion critiquing. While it's very mean in some ways, people can't wait to hear what you have to say. Really? It's not mean?
It's not mean. I tell the truth. I'm sure I say the same things that all your viewers say to their friends sitting next to them on the couch.
When the reporter realized Joan wasn't going to cave, she tried a softer approach.
Okay. Well, what about when it is about something, that really does seem off limits to a lot of people? I mean, even in your book, you kind of joke about the death of Casey Anthony's baby, Princess Diana surviving so many landmines and who she dated. I mean, do you feel like there are boundaries ever, even if it makes people uncomfortable or offend people or what?
Even the audience seemed to agree, as they left comments like, "The most annoying interviewer in the world. Don't blame her for walking out."
Life is very tough, and if you can make a joke to make something easier and funny, do it. Done. Do it. That's all. Darlene, I don't know what your life has been like, but I have a lot of people who have gone through hell.
I mean, Joan just explained how every comedian thinks, and when fur and animal rights came up, that was the final straw.
You knew that there would probably be animal rights activists.
This whole interview is becoming a defensive interview.
No!
Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yeah,
shut up.
I'm talking.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear. You're wearing fur. You're wearing leather shoes.
I'm not an activist, but I'm saying
You're eating chicken.
Yeah.
You're eating meat.
She was on a roll, and no one could stop her from leaving now.
Come to me with a paper belt, and I'll talk to you.
But you did hear it in some of those press conferences. There were people who were upset, and you're just saying,
no, I'm going. I really am going, because all you have done is negative.
No.
All you have done is negative. I haven't heard negative. I make people laugh for 50 years.
But as she walks off, she leaves the host with one shocking fact.
And you're that. You are not the one to interview a person who does humor. Sorry.
Are we serious?
The public agrees. Joan nailed it. Now over to Bill Maher on The View 2024, where he warned wokeness might just get Trump reelected.
What's going to get him elected is this woke stuff that a lot of people in this country just don't go for.
Right away, Sonny tries to scold Bill Maher for saying woke.
So I was surprised to hear you use the term, because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the Black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words migrate.
So why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing, alert to injustice.
But Bill, he's not playing that game. Use a different word, fine. Pretend the far left isn't insane? Absolutely not.
But words do migrate. Now, I'll use any term you want.
Okay.
Because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't know, want to call it the super far left, but don't tell me the left
Or maybe the super far right.
Well, he's talking about the left. Well, then
okay, but we talked about that. I mean, I think we agree about the danger of the super far right.
He reminds them that the left used to stand for free speech. Now, it's cancel culture central. But watch what happens when he drops a dark joke.
I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a joke. But,
too dark, too dark.
Well, maybe it is, but it's true. I mean, if I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for a terrorist organization like Hamas.
He wasn't letting The View control the convo, and neither was Ricky Gervais. When asked why no women were in his HBO special, Ricky doubled down.
So I want to ask you about the HBO special, Talking Funny. We just saw a clip from it, right? So we got Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Louis C.K. No women comedians on that panel?
Who would you replace?
I don't...
Ricky clapped back before the question even ended.
No, because it was 4 people.
It's just 4 people.
Yeah, so who would you take off?
I wouldn't. I would just add.
There you go.
These are his favorites. He has the right.
I think that you're right. We don't have a male on our
When
panel,
I do
so
a
we're kind
special
of
like
guilty.
that, I will do it with women.
no, exactly. They're my friends, and I chose.
The joke barely landed before the host jumped right back in.
Also, men are intimidated by funny women, so we didn't want them in the room.
Is that right?
That's a joke.
I take everything you say seriously.
But of course, they kept going.
Jerry Lewis famously said at one point that he didn't think women were funny. Do you think women are funny?
What's the difference? That's ridiculous.
It's a different sensibility.
Statistically, less women go into stand-up from what I've seen, so there's probably less to choose from.
Right.
But yeah, there are loads of funny women. I've worked with loads of funny women. Of course I have. There's loads of funny women here.
Next stop, his Golden Globe jokes.
You know, we haven't seen you really around since the Golden Globes, where
They
you
keep
were
it a low profile.
Yeah, well, they attacked you, but they said that you were mean and rude, and you were surprised at that. You were surprised. Let me just read one of the...
Joy thinks he was too mean. But was she even listening?
Referring to Sex and the City 2, you said, I was sure the Golden Globe would go to the team that airbrushed that poster.
Yeah.
A little sexist.
No, it's not. Why is it sexist?
Well, because you're saying that the girls are older and they need to be airbrushed.
No, I think they look great at their age.
Oh.
Why hide it?
Oh.
I don't think that you lose your sensuality or beauty because you hit 53.
Maybe try understanding the joke before calling it sexist. Speaking of those Golden Globes, Ricky opened fire.
Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, fifth time. So...
Flat out called the Hollywood foreign press racist, then kept going.
We were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. No.
At this point, Ricky was just trolling the entire industry.
It was mostly white people, and I thought, nah, not on my watch. So, maybe next year. Let's see what happens.
And somehow, still found a way to drag Epstein into it too.
Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you?
Even back in 2016, Ricky Gervais wasn't letting anyone off the hook. Not even woke royalty like Caitlyn Jenner.
But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes.
Wait for the punchline.
She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
For reference, Caitlyn caused a car accident in 2015 that ended up killing the other driver. Dark, right? Next on the chaos train, Tim Allen. He went on The View and lit up the thought police.
What I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing, and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as long as you understand my intent, I still get people, but just don't say it. And I said, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but they take it out of context and put it on Twitter or put it on Facebook.
I'm surprised they haven't.
Woke Twitter definitely didn't like that. Then he took his shots over on Jimmy Kimmel too.
You got to be real careful around here. You know, you get beat up if you don't believe what everybody believes. This is like 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group, you know what we believe is right. I go, well, I might have a problem with that. I'm a comedian. I like going on both sides. Yeah. This government does stuff big.
He actually compared woke culture to Nazi Germany. And that's how you shut down woke talk show hosts, one punchline at a time. Hit subscribe if you're into truth bombs with a mic drop.